Hi. I'm not sure if you guys have recalled, but there's been a couple times where Tim has said, "Sorry, Sarah." I'm Sarah.
I'm little Sarah. This is our cat.
Yeah. So we're doing this vlog. Am I using? Okay.
Vlog.
Yeah. Sorry. Old. 3 old tech dudes. Of course, one of them has an old wife, and one of them is getting older very soon. Nathan is hitting the big 5-0, and he hates parties.
Hates them.
So we're going to have a surprise party for him. Here in a little bit, we are going to ambush the 3 old tech dudes. They are doing kind of a marathon recording session today. Tim and Justin are totally in on it. Nathan's kids are in on it. And so we're really excited about pulling off a "You're 50" birthday party and surprising him. And it's 80s themed, which is even more exciting.
Very 80s themed.
Because he loves
the 80s.
The 80s. So, we'll get some more video going. We're going to get his response on camera, which
will be fabulous.
Fabulous, because he's clueless. Like this morning, I got ready to go to work, and he's like, "Come here," and I was like, "Okay, I gotta go give him a hug." I was like, "Man, I'm not gonna see you till late tonight, right?" He's like, "Yeah." So, totally no idea. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned. You guys ready?
All right.
Well, the old tech dude, yeah.
I don't really care who watches it. Hey, what's happened here?
I have no idea what's going on. Someone call 911.
Somebody call 911.
Happy birthday!
We got him.
Me thinks you're off by a few days, like about a week.
On the day, too likely to happen.
Oh, wow.
Also, we totally planned this recording.
Oh, we've known him forever.
Yeah.
Why do you think we wanted to do this today?
I don't know.
Why do you think I demanded doing it out here?
I have no idea. We're in between segments. Oh, those are cool.
Well, I'll tell you what. They're probably going to throw some stuff out. Let's throw this down real quick and just get done. Now you know why I was rushing.
Why he kept looking, what time is it?
I said Drake 2B.
Oh, Drake 2B.
Drake 2B. Did we do the intro already?
No, we haven't done anything.
I'm Timmy.
I'm Justin. I'm Nathan, I guess.
It's 3 old tech dudes.
Where's the beef?
Perfect. What are we looking at this week, Nathan? What have you been working on in your basement? Is it your birthday? Who are all these people over here?
It's close. We've got a studio audience.
Isn't that terrifying?
So, I mean, okay.
There they are.
You got your camera. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I did it.
It's rocking. So the camera's there.
There you go. Oh yeah, perfect. What is this? This look at this. Also better. Back to the 80s.
There's people.
So that makes him old now.
Yes.
You know how young? The oldest I ever was in the 80s was 7. Nathan, do you know that?
I graduated high school. Well, I graduated high school in 90 technically. I was 8.
Well,
9. I think 81.
I tell you what. Tell me
8.
what you worked on in the basement, and we'll figure out the rest later.
Yeah.
What is this Drake thing? Is it like a duck?
So Dave Morthland, who I don't remember his call sign now. Sorry, Dave. He changed it. It's like W8 something now, but it was 9 call. Anyway, so he picked up a Drake 2B from his childhood. To be or not to be? To be or not to be, yeah. But it didn't work, and then he found another one that did work, so he gave this one to me. So I fixed this one. Well, at least got it running.
Because you couldn't leave it not working.
No. I mean, gosh. But turns out there's a plate. So the main cap went out of it, the main filter capacitor. Mm-hmm. And it was like very, very toast. And turns out there's a guy on eBay that actually makes like new caps for this thing that look right and everything else. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Want to watch the segment?
Yep. Let's
Sounds
check
great.
it out now.
Let's do that.
Excellent.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going to look and see if we can fix my Drake 2B. Now, it's got probably the most common issue, well, two issues. One, it's absolutely disgusting. It's just filthy. And, sorry, got mint in my mouth. And the second thing is the filter cap's gone. It's physically there. Yeah, that's about it. It hums so bad. Oh my word! And this thing is, it needs a cleaning. Yeah. So let me get you in here and I'll show you what I mean by it needs a cleaning, because it is bad. So yeah, that's the back of this thing. It's it kind of needs a lot of work. Get that centered a little better. So you can get the idea. It just, it's gross. And you can see the top little hazing stuff on the top there. It's just kind of, So the capacitor is right there. And you can actually see it. If we get over here. Right there. So that's the main filter cap of this thing. And it is complete. And does actually work. So you've got speaker and ground. If you hook a speaker to that, it does actually make a lot of humming noise. So I'll do that and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so what I've done is I couldn't find my other speaker, so I used the disconnected the amplifier, and this was just a speaker, and hooked it to this, so we can hear what that sounds like, which is going to be bad and loud, I'm just saying. So let me go ahead and turn it on here, and I'll shut it off as soon as it starts being loud though, but you'll hear it. Put it on standby. There it goes. Hear that? Yeah, so needless to say, you can hear the hum though. It's time for capacitor. So we'll get that done. Okay, just showing you what I did. I just took a pair of alligator clips here and hooked it to that. So it's just as a speaker. So yeah, it's got some issues, needless to say. So let's do all this now. Scoot the iPad out of the way and get into this thing. First thing I think we're going to do is take it apart and then do a little cleaning. So yeah, we'll go from there. All right, let's go ahead and take this thing apart. And first thing to do is make sure it's unplugged. Nice and loud, isn't it? Okay, I'll flip her over here so I can see. We've got really just 3 screws left in this thing. And that one looks particularly disgusting and very, very rusted. Put my tool out and see if that fits it. Ooh, it does. Sweet. Well, nice thing, these are 1/4 inch, so my 1/4 inch nut driver actually works pretty well. Oh yeah. That'll work. So I'm going to lay this on its side so nothing falls out. Right. That screw is particularly rusty. And get this one out here. Alright, that's really all that holds that thing together. It literally should push right out the front now. Yep. Alrighty. Right now, I'll set the case down. And yeah, that's kind of what it looks like inside this thing. It is particularly filthy. And somehow it even has styrofoam in it. So, yeah. Well, I also grabbed my tube tester while I was getting all the tools ready for this. Because I knew we would probably need to test the various tubes. And some of these have definitely been replaced. I can just tell it because there's several brands in this thing. There's Ampex, Sylvania, which is fine. So I do actually have the capacitor. You can get these off eBay right now, which is not too bad. So here's the replacement cap. So it goes there. And this, the replacement's a little taller, but it's not really going to be an issue. The height is well within, reasonable. This is a neat cap. I don't think I've ever seen something like this before. It's definitely a newer production, but it's different than the older style. This is not. I think that's actually this is magnetic. So. See if I can get it to hold my screwdriver. Yeah. So, yeah. Whereas the old one, the can was aluminum. So, or at least appears to be aluminum anyway. Yeah, that's aluminum. So that's new. So I think I'm going to go get a brush and at least brush this thing off before I get really too far into this. So let's do that real quick. So I'm just using a brush, and you can just pretty easily see that does knock a lot of just the rough stuff off. But you want to be careful about this too, because you can knock stuff into things and then it make it even worse. Yeah. Look, you can see this. It's over here. It's all from that. Burn that up later. Bam. All right. Get our new capacitor all dirty. That'd just be good, wouldn't it? Whew. Man. Good golly, that's nasty. All right, so let's look at that capacitor. It's here. And it's right there. So it's not too hard to get to. They've made it pretty simple, honestly. The bottom of this thing is really, really, really rusty. Wow. I am so shocked this thing still works. I'm a little curious as to how. Looks like that's been replaced. It's missing a screw. And these are definitely not original. I don't know if that's supposed to be an audio transformer. Huh. Another capacitor there, I just totally missed. So, let's see what that one even goes to. Actually, I'm not really sure. Alright, so, man, that is just so nasty. Another capacitor there too. So some of these capacitors in here, let's see if I can get you a little bit better shot. Yeah, so there's one there. There's this one right there. You can see it. They're old. Really, really, really old, actually. But pretty sure the biggest problem we have is this one, which is right there. So looks like it goes that way. It's actually marked in the bottom of this thing with symbols that are also on the bottom of this one, which is fun. So yeah, let's see if we can get that thing out of there. So that goes in there like that. So that's not too bad. Well, let's do this. Let me get you guys. Come on. Get you right down in there. And let's see if I can do that to where you can see. Let's see if that looks good. Yeah. That'll work. So you can see the little markings on the top of that cap, which are sort of square, a triangle, and it's like a half moon shape, and then nothing. So the nothing would be probably your common. And fortunately, they actually have the same markings on this as that. So, all right. Gotta get soldering out here because we're gonna actually desolder this thing. So, it's amazing how simple this thing is, really, but how complicated it really is too. Such beautiful design in these things. They're just, yeah, they're just neat. Thinking about replacing this power cord too, because it's a little dry and well, kind of not nice. I think I could do that too while we're in here, so might see about cleaning up some of this rust and solder points too while we're in here. And I think we'll go from there and see what it does. So let me get my handy dandy soldering iron going here and have you guys complain about my soldering. But I don't solder every day, so yeah, just keep that in mind. I used to a lot of years ago, like 30. I used to work for a TV repair company. Well, TV, camcorders, whatever walked in the door, honestly. And up in Bloomington. And did a lot of really, really small soldering, and believe it or not, I actually soldered like 40-pin flat pack ICs with where it's like a square, and all the pins coming out around the sides. So I did that stuff all the time for usually camcorders. They'd blow some chip. But yeah, that's been a couple years. All right, turn on that thing. Man. Yeah, this thing's a little dirty. It's not a capacitor there. That one there too. These are small ones. Those are 1 microfarad, 0.1 mic, I guess, actually. So I am hoping and assuming that those still work okay. Might test those. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what we get when we get there, I guess. So get up my handy dandy. Oh, this is just standard solder, I think. This is says 6644. That's more than 100%, so that's not it. My guess would be just your 6040, your standard stuff, but it may be that 6337. Yep, that's loose. There we go. Yeah, anyway. So See if we can get this thing desoldered here. Desoldered. It's really funny. One of the videos, some of the comments was, so that's how not to solder. And I'm like, well, I hate to be the one to tell you this. So, the video that comment came in on, I kind of laughed at it, honestly, because I said, I believe even in the video, I'm just doing this so it can be a quick throw together antenna, which was, I don't remember if it was the G5 RV I was making or if it was the just other one, but get you guys over here a little bit more so you can see it there. But just to laugh or prove a comical point to this, that antenna's been up in my backyard for a year plus, and it still works just fine. So, yeah, take it as you want to. I don't care. It's fine. I just find it kind of funny. I can't get a new sponge. That one's about gone. Alrighty. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Switch hands here. Alrighty. There's that. There. Okay. Get this one next. And these are rather large point, capacitors. They're not, it's definitely a surface mount technology. I don't remember the year that this thing came out, but it's got some age to it. So, still works though. Well, except capacitor. So a friend of mine gave this to me. And because he was going to rebuild this one. And then he wound up getting another one for almost no money at all that was basically in immaculate condition. So he kept that one. And I said, well, I'll just take that old one and see if I can make it, be happy and live again. And yeah, sorry, Dave, it's taken me a few years to get here. But we're about there now, so let's see how close that is. One more wire. Now I could desolder this. I could actually just suck the solder off this thing with solder sucker. But reality is, what's the point? Because I'm going to throw this part away, or recycle it. And it's kind of in enough bad shape that I don't think I'm going to be able to make it live or do anything again. Besides, it's not like you can really do much with those anyway. So it's going to go down the road. I just do that though. So what this is, in case you've never seen one of these, this is a solder sucker. So it's spring loaded. And right now, since I pushed it forward, there's a piston that's about here. And when you hit the button here, the spring tension releases and it sucks through this little tube here and just sucks the solder right up. And it works pretty well. Soldering iron I'm using actually has the built-in solder sucker that's a much more nicer or whatever. But, to use that, I would have to actually get that thing out and find all the parts for it. I don't know offhand where the sucker nozzle for the one I have is. Which I actually think I know where it's at, but I would have to go dig it out. And frankly, for as little as I'm going to use this, I don't really need that. So, yeah. There it goes. There we go. Alrighty. Kind of wondering if I can just pop that one soldered point off. See, when they originally made this thing, they used... back in there. I'm trying to get this point right here, which is soldered to the chassis. Kind of broke loose out of the way, but they used like one of those giant soldering irons. It's like, you know, the tip is the size of that. Just, you know, absurdly ridiculous thing back in the day to solder all this stuff. And yeah, I don't have one of those, and I don't know what I'd do with it even if I had it. I think Timmy actually has one. But again, I don't know what I'd do with it. I don't think this thing gets hot enough for this to actually melt this. I'll try real quick just to see what it will do. I don't think it will, though. It'd kind of shock me if it would, because you got a lot of weight on like transformers, everything just sitting right there, and yeah, those tend to dissipate a lot of heat. Thinking I might have to cut that. I don't really want to cut it, but I'm thinking I might have to. Yeah. Afraid so. There it goes. There we go. That dude popped loose a little bit. Alright. This little thing is kind of in the way. Okay. There we go. And it's out. Alrighty. That's, in case you're curious, the size is actually written on the side of this thing. This one just stamped on here the same way. So in case you're curious, the original one is 100 mic, 150 volt. And, well, it's two 100 mic, 150 volts, and two 10 mic, 150 volts, and this is two 120s and two 10s at 250 volts. It's a little higher voltages. With the voltage higher is fine. There's no problem with that. Capacitance in this case, it's close enough. So, yeah. The other reason we take pictures is that we need to remember which one goes where. So it sits like that. So the square goes to that. Alrighty. So that one in there, and then that one in there. Get these up. I need to move that one circuit board just a little bit. Oh, I think I can bend it. Okay. Just bend it out of the way. It's fine. There we go. Okay. So that's in there now. I can still turn it a little bit if I need to get everything to line up. It's not in too bad a shape though. So, all right. So we'll take out our picture here, what we got to have where. So that's not too bad. So these will go to here. There we go. That's better. Anyway. Get this one kind of where it needs to go. There we go. I'm going to redo these so they go through the slot instead of around it. There we go. Okay. This one twists that way so it stays. There we go. Alrighty. Now, first thing I'm going to do is solder on the actual wires here that I just put in place. And then we'll solder the resistors on after that. And yeah, I know I'm doing it wrong, whatever. Well, the question I have is whether I should actually go ahead and try to solder this to this, but I don't think I'm going to have the stuff to do it heat-wise. So I'm debating whether or not that's even a good idea to try. I'm honestly thinking it's probably not, because I don't think it's going to stick anyway. And that's kind of what you got to look at, is because you got two things that are going on. You got electrical connectivity and mechanical connectivity, and if you don't have one, then the other's kind of not really relevant. I'm not thinking that's going to do that. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to hold. All right, I'm going to finish these up here. Things that are actually doable. Okay, I got two resistors to put back in there. Small one goes in back, big one goes in front. So, from my perspective, opposite for you guys, but that's fine. Get the solder on that. Get it there. One side. The other side. There it goes. Okay, there's that one. Get this one now. Okay. So I'll get that one soldered on.
There it goes. Okay. That mechanically put where it needs to go. Get that. There we go. Okay. That's put in. Let's turn her over and I'll show you what it looks like now. So, but you can't even see the new part. So, nice and shiny. You can really, it's like a mirror surface. And the old one, of course, is, not so much. Little tubes will wiggle wiggle. Oh, there it goes. Sound a bit more crunchy than I think I'd like, to be honest with you. Okay. I kind of want to. How it was looking. Yeah, it's actually not as bad as I thought it'd be. Yeah. I'll see if we can get it running like this. So we'll go ahead and hook this thing up. Fire it up just like this. And yeah. See how much smoke comes out of it. Normally I'd have a communication speaker for this. I do not have one handy. I do own one, I think, but I don't know where it's gone to. So that's okay. This guitar amp is more than capable of surviving this thing. So smoke test. Oh, the calibration now is looking better. So the S unit's looking better. I don't have any audio though, that's kind of weird. I expect to hear some just background noise, but let's see, this doesn't go. So let's go to 20 meters. So it's really neat to adjust it. You literally just slide this back and forth. Not sure what that's doing, if anything. Let's see, RF gain. We'll go to calibrate. Should be able to hit a calibration point. I think that turns on like a test tone. Kind of watching the S meter to see if it does anything, but well, see if I can hook up an antenna to this thing. So much. There it goes. Yeah, it's glowing. Helps when the tube sockets aren't just shot. Okay. So. That looks a little better. Find someone talking. Maybe in 40. So BFO means beat frequency oscillator, so that's how you can receive sideband without actually having a sideband receiver. So you click that on. So 40 meters are at the 7 megahertz band, so just in case you're curious. You notice it's backwards too. Let's go back up. 7 dot. Let's see the ham band part here. Maybe 80 would work better.
Boston, Rhode Island, and the Cape, and so forth. All those three days. So, open it to that. So 73 K38 WA1EID, good afternoon. Hey, good afternoon. Nice signal here. Over here in the Butler, this is WA1EIG. This is KK3H, where we have 24 degrees Fahrenheit, and we have 50 snow flurries out there. Doesn't even look like it's going to try to accumulate or anything, which will make my wife happy. She's so tired of shoveling snow that it just keeps coming one right after the other. So I'm glad that nor'easter is staying nor'easter instead of coming over to Butler here. Anyway, big news here. I guess you mentioned it there, Gary. We had a bad bridge collapse here in Pittsburgh. You know, we have probably the most bridges of any place in the world. And they're all in bad shape, most of them. So who knows what's lying in wait out there. But when it happened at an opportune time because school buses were really up there because they had a 2-hour delay. And there just wasn't a lot of traffic out there, so we can thank God for that. No fatalities that we know of so far. So anyway, and the president's in town today to give us lots of money. We'll have to wait and see what he's going to do. But otherwise, I did with my cardiologist today. I got a fairly good report, but not a perfect report. And I'm getting old, you know. I'm just coming my time to the end, and I guess. But I'll just keep hanging on here. As long as a nickel comes in here, that might keep me alive. Who knows? Anyway, nice signal. T3MG's radio, geez. It's probably one of the best ones I've ever heard. I guess, yeah. And that audio does everything. It just does so perfectly. So kudos to you, Mike. I love that radio. I'm thinking about maybe getting another radio here. That's just what I need to spend another $4,000 on a radio. I got 12 of them here now. I don't need any more. Anyway, right more there, Gary. WA1EIG from KK3H. What's one more? Yep. What's one more? Well, that would be number 13, and that would be unlucky. So anyway, you're sounding good. You're cutting the mustard there with the QRM from above us there, Jim, and 20 over. And I'm going to see if Ted can give you a call here. KK3H call over. Walking the dog on top of that 55 signal. Here, she gives you a scoring, Daddy.
Okay, so now that it's at least working, down the audio. So, do we get it and clean it all the way up? I would think that'd be what you guys would want, so. Make sure you guys let us know. So, should I go through the process of just doing a complete scrub on this thing? Probably will, actually. I might even repaint the outer case a little bit. It's kind of got some spots, and then definitely clean up the contacts in this thing a lot. But, yeah, it works. So, sweet.
Well, hey, you know what? I think we got a party to have, so we'll just do that now. Till next time, I'm Timmy.
I'm Justin.
I guess
you?
I'm Nathan. I don't know.
He's the guy who's been shocked by his sudden birthday party. And this is Three Old Tech Dudes.
Later.
Where'd you find fire?
We found a whole
Timmy found matches.
Justin found fire.
I knew we had
Or
some
Timmy
fun
found fire.
Somebody found fire.
Fire's always good.
Come on.
Leave it to a Ray to find fire.
Yeah.
Good at that.
Yeah, they just wax covered.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nathan. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks for hanging out with us here on Three Old Tech Dudes. Please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more tech old and new, tinkering at the workbench, repairs, ham radio, electronics, computers, and more. Please like this video and share 3OTD with your friends to help us grow the channel. We tweet at 3 Old Tech Dudes 1 on Twitter, and you can keep up with us on Facebook. Just search for 3OTD and look for our logo. Thanks so much for watching.